Yet another game of black and white. What crazy.
Black and white, I've never heard of that game.
Me neither. And I've Astridrus, Astrinus, aka Laconius that poked me over and over. Why do you prefer black and white over Nexus War and so on? And I just prefer it over Nexus War, personally.
Because Nexus War is terrible and Nexus Squadron Strike kind of becomes extremely redundant over time.
Yeah. Maybe the main argument of Laconius is pretty much why do you play it when it lacks so much? Although it did not help that we played Team Deathmatch plus Income Rush as his very first game of black and white. Although map-wise, if I was going to make a very popular map, probably I would have to make some kind of tug of war, but that you could easily customize your unit, and thus the meta game is pretty much trying to customize it for the time you are in the game. And I mean much higher customization than just Nexus. It's a Nexus War that you can get weapon upgrade. No, it's
Nexus Squadron Strike.
no, sorry. Yeah, but I mean like a different ability or different units or etc. etc.
Yeah, the problem with Nexus Squadron Strike is that it becomes very apparent fairly quickly that there are just optimal builds. You know, there are units that you can and should make that are strictly speaking better than anything else you can make.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Which is kind of what just makes it dull.
As opposed to black
and that's not to say that. Yeah, I mean, black and white has units that are preferable, but there's just so much random crap that it's very easy in kind of the middle of the game to have a combination of units come at you that you're not really expecting, not really completely ready to deal with.
Yeah. And thus, you try to get the right unit and oh shit, and not exactly the right unit, and then you get counter unexpectedly, or in theory it should counter it, but if I could say the after wave kills the right unit that you need for the next wave, then you're screwed in a way like that because of that, which might make it interesting in a way.
Should we leave, considering it's 3 vs 2?
If they're manly, they can try to win.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be kind of a lame game. You know, if we win, it's because they were down a player. And if we lose, then we got screwed. Oh, okay, I guess it's fine now.
Lol.
There we go. It's like a half income run.
Something blown up?
So still knows that is there any merc that is like clearly worth it to get?
You gonna give me orders?
If you're pushing Deathhead, can occasionally be worth it. And I actually saw the Skeeby's Angel not be as terrible as I would have thought it would be earlier. But I'm not exactly sure why that was. I think it's just because
I think it's probably due to the cast range, and they can heal air units, so they actually have a reason to get them over normal medic.
Yeah, I think that like basically 2 Skeevy's Angels might be okay in situations, you know, as opposed to like a Zagara maybe. But they're all very conditional, and whenever I see someone get basically hammer securities, you should never ever get in any situation. I've had people argue that you should get Hell Dogs in certain situations, but I'm still not convinced. Continental Hunter you should only get if the game is pretty much already won. Rainer you should never get, ever.
Why?
He's just terrible.
Even with the line ability it has?
He's 1250 minerals for a 200 life down unit. I mean, just as soon as anything pokes him, he dies.
But
Yeah,
just check at its range. It got an insane attack range. It's like amongst the last unit to die. Although in mid, it's quite tough.
Okay, but what do you want to do with that range? That's the question. What do you want to do with the range? You want him to try to act, you know, like a Tempest? Because that will never happen. Because it's much easier to push on ground than it is to push in the air. So, you know, you can stack Tempests, which, you know, maybe he has almost on par damage with the Tempest, you know, and that, you know, nice little AoE damage ability. But he's just not worth it, because as soon as they push on the ground, you know, crates will wipe him out. He'll never stack in the way you want him to, unless the game is already won, in which case you don't need him. He's just not good.
So, according
I'm pretty
to...
sure you know.
go on.
Oh, no, go finish your question.
So technically, our Nux left the game, but according to the leaderboard, it implies that he's still there. Basically, it's a 2 versus 1 now.
Yeah, I don't know. This game is screwed. We should just leave.
I would say, instead of leaving, let's just try some stupid build or something that you will never otherwise ever try, and just to see how it works. For example, okay, I'll do something as an handicap. Oh, come on. Oh, it was AFK? No, what the heck? Why he's already considered left. Why is considered defeated and kick? Oh, whatever. I no longer care. So what I'm going to do as an handicap against you, Crazy, it's actually try mercenary units to see if they're any redeemable in some way or another.
Standing by.
No, I mean, some of them can occasionally not be terrible. I was never saying that all mercs are always bad. Only half of them are always bad. You know, Spartan is always bad, Flying Nightmare is always bad.
Standing by.
Go ahead, Commander.
Yeah, so let's see, there's 1, 2, 3... There's 4 mercs that are always bad. The Hammer Securities, the Spartan, the Flying Nightmare, and the Continental Hunter. Those 4 are always bad, no matter what, as far as I'm concerned. And among the heroes, which are not technically mercs, but are kind of close, Rainer is always bad. I'm not really convinced Nova is really cost efficient, although she's like sort of good. Well, Tosh is actually fine. He's pretty good, actually.
What's cracking?
I just add some mercenary merc on our side.
Standing by.
Did I like stop getting Marines or something? What am I even
Don't
getting right
know.
now? I guess I was getting Marauders and not Marines, which is not even what I thought I was getting.
So what unit I can try to pick that could help our case?
Who wants some?
Mass war pigs.
By the numbers, boys.
Let's go more marine with Elliot.
Some triage. Please face the nature.
So yeah, I'm kind of slow to pick anything.
I'm waiting.
Way too slow that. I think for the Merc, what could make them set them apart would be maybe just at some extra range, like just 1 or 2 extra range for a ranged unit
Say the word.
to actually feel that they matter in the
give
grand
me
scheme
orders?
of all things. Oh dear God. Dark Templars of Doom. They're killing everything. You know what? I'll just go War Pig. War Pig, War Pig, War Pig. Go, 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 go. What the heck? I did that observers. Oh, I forgot that Dark Templars have that new ability that that kills the detection of detecting units. So you kind of need more observer than Dark Templars to actually spot them now. I forgot about that. And War Pig can be surprisingly good at killing turrets compared to normal units or normal marines.
Well, I never said war pigs were bad. But I mean, I don't really know what your test is going to demonstrate when we're like automatically up, you know, like 30% income. So all that your merking has really done is balance the game out.
So I got the plus 50% damage from mercenary units now.
By the numbers, boys. This has been waiting on you.
More War Pigs! Oh dear God, that's many Dark Templars. Do we have any detection to detect all of those? Not even sure.
Yes.
I mean enough, because remember each Dark Templar
You
can
just have 9 observers.
scan blind one detector.
We have 11 detecting units. I think we're okay.
Oh, you did get the medivac upgrade. No, I think
yeah.
a medivac. Say, I guess it's time to add a few medivac and the medic. Since the medic don't exactly catch up with the war pig that are same in front of us.
By the numbers, boys. Armed?
Ready for pickup?
Let's see.
You hailed?
Jackson Revenge. Or we just need to get mass healing to heal
Taking
everything
effort,
and
dropping off.
and anything, and probably I win at this point.
Dude, are you like... Okay, Ricky? Our wave just killed 2 of their waves. I think we're okay. Just a bit.
We're never enough, okay? Never enough. Not until their planetary fortress explodes. We'll be never okay. Never. Jackson Revenge! It died! Holy shit, Brax does some decent life still when this one.
Yeah, Jackson's is actually a good unit.
Well, don't forget that I did get the Merc upgrade. So, and speaking of Merc upgrade, I might as well get the live upgrade for War Big mostly.
Fueled up. Who wants some?
And our War Big got 150 HP, which is quite a lot for the upgrade, quite frankly. And it also means that our CB Angel got double HP from the HP Merc upgrade. You know what? I guess I'll just get the attack upgrade at this point. Oh, yeah, already did get one. I guess I'll get the last one. I believe he did not even get the life upgrade for his own planetary fortress at the very least. Oh. He might need it for the terrorist way back then.
Touching you.
Damn it, I just want to see the stats of War Pig with the...
Awesome.
That's quite a bit of damage compared to a normal Marine.
Ready to fry.
Although I do suffer quite a bit of an income drop playing like a fool like that, but still.
What's the plan?
Going to have the Rainer. Let's ask hope on Rainer.
Devil Dog's doing 63 damage to biological, and they only have 50 less life than an Ultralist.
Yeah, the Firebat might actually be the worthy unit to counter third round unit compared to before.
Yeah, but I mean, only if you've already gone Heavy Merc, which is generally not going to happen in games that aren't, you know, like, very one-sided.
Yeah, like just this one.
I mean, it wasn't just the income difference. He also got DTs and Brack. That was just a weird game.